Stop making excuses and getting in your own way if you are a parent that is returning to work. I've been getting dozens of messages over the last 4 months, and they usually look something like this. Hey, Matt, I've been a stay-at-home mom for the last 15 to 20 years. I don't think anybody is going to want to hire me when I go out and start applying for jobs. What do? I don't have any skills. First of all, let me tell you, as somebody that's been in hiring for over 20 years, personality is what I hire for anymore. Attitude is what I hire for. A lot of people have a lot of experience, and it's the wrong type of experience, guys. A lot of people learned really bad habits, bad ways to do things, came from bad work cultures, whatever you want to call it. If I get somebody in the door that I interview and they have a great attitude, they want to work and they want to learn, that is worth way more to me than anything else. So then it comes to tactically. How do you do this? How do you construct a resume when you might not have been in an office space for a long time? Okay, did you organize a schedule? Did you help organize the PTA? Did you run a household? Did you organize a budget and keep under budget? Did you help organize finances and save for retirement? Did you help organize to save for kids for college? All of that stuff, if you literally put homemaker and you put all of the things that you did down in there and you come in and interview with me and you have a great attitude, I'll give you a job. It's not that those skills aren't transferable. I'll tell you so much. When you go to hire anybody, guys, it's a little bit of a crapshoot. Let's be honest. Some people, when you interview them, they have such a great interview, and then the person that shows up for work, you're like, who is this? I went through 5 different people to find this person who I interviewed incredibly, and then they show up and they've got all these, negative attitudes, or they don't want to learn, or they think they know everything, or they just interview really great and they just kind of suck when they get to work. So, and then I've had other people where I was like, they're not perfect, but I think they've got a good attitude and they want to learn. Let's put them in. And then a few months later, this person's like a rock star and they're kicking ass. And you're like, I'm so happy that I hired this person. So no matter what, you can try to vet somebody a million ways from Sunday when you interview them. It's not always the person that shows up. So don't take the things that you have done in your life just because they're not an office checklist of everything that somebody's done. It doesn't have impressive titles as a way to self-reject yourself. What you all are doing with a lot of these messages to me is you're self-rejecting. You're saying, I don't think that I'm a good fit because A, B, and C. Let me tell you something. Probably half the jobs that I've had in my lifetime, and I started at the very bottom of HR, just like a generalist, right? All of these tiers that I went through in my whole life, I probably wasn't qualified for half the jobs I got, guys. But if you go in with that attitude of, whatever happens today, I'm going to figure out, I'm going to learn it, I'm going to research it, I'm going to talk to a mentor, I'm going to, go down the Google rabbit hole, whatever I have to do, I'll look on, these websites that are sources for my career field. You can learn anything. Like Elon Musk says, nobody has an excuse not to learn anything anymore. YouTube exists. You can get free education on literally any topic. So stop self-rejecting. Stop making excuses. If you see a job that you think that you can do, whether you meet all the stupid qualifications or not, if you look at a job and you're like, I can do that, apply for the job. Do the best resume you can. Use all the tips in my other videos. Write the resume in Word. Upload it for free into ChatGPT, take that job description that you want from whatever job it happens to be, paste it in and tell ChatGPT, match it up with this the best you can with my experience, take that new resume and get out and start applying. And by the way, use the fact that you have been dealing with people for the last 10, 15, 20 years, whatever it has been, while you've been home raising children, if you want to go back to work, or if you have to go back to work, even part-time, and use those skills to be like, I'm great with people, I can facilitate, getting people together, lining up meetings, I'm really good at organizing. All of those skills are transferable to a job. I just don't like people putting themselves down when you are actually going to be some of the best people to hire because you have a willingness to learn, and that is rare. The more experience somebody has, a lot of times the less willing they are to learn, and the more they think they know and that they can't learn. So please, go out there, apply for jobs that you think you can do, and I think you'll be surprised, especially if you take the time to set up a LinkedIn profile and do some networking and just chat with people. You'll be surprised at the jobs that you're able to get, because When you go into interview, just like when I'm getting these messages all the time from people, stop putting yourself down. Start talking about all the great things that you've done in your life that would be useful to an employer, and I bet you surprise yourself with the kind of job that you can get. But you won't get it if you say to yourself, I haven't been in an office for 10 years. I think I'm too old for this job. Whatever it happens to be, I see all these self-rejecting behaviors all the time. Like I said, half the jobs I got in my life, I didn't deserve them. So when I got into them, my attitude was, all right, knuckle down, let's do this, let's figure it out and go from there. And then later, if I did well at that job and people are like, oh, you're great at this, I was like thinking privately to myself, like, well, I'm glad they said this because I didn't think I could do this job. And for the first 6 months, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I just tried my best. And that's all that it's out there for any of us. Just dive in, try your best. I think you'll be surprised. Hit me with any questions you have and let me know if this has been your experience in the past when you got out of this self-rejecting zone and put yourself out there.